I don't know if the camera's on. Is it on? All right, cool. I'm just gonna promote this drink today, okay, guys? Anyways, but let's go ahead and get it going here. Show you guys what I got. Ooh, crap! Cannot hit this. Cannot do this. It's really nice weather today. We're gonna be switching out these spark plugs today. I would not recommend going to Subaru dealership and getting them. They are 25 bucks a piece, which I think is ridiculous. So you can get it from, man, if you want the best deal, get it from Import Image Racing. I believe it's like 35 bucks for the whole set. So they're just charging more because it's a freaking dealership. But I had no choice because Ron from Phatbotti Tuna already sent me the first map. So I have to do the installs today. I wasn't expecting that, so I gotta do the first install today. I do have coolant down here. Reason being why I have coolant is because I'm doing the TGV EGR deletes as well. But the first things first is I'm gonna disconnect the battery, take the battery out. I'm gonna locate the 2 coil packs down here. I think they're down here somewhere. Oh, I see them. I don't think you guys can see them. That black thing down there, that black thing. These 2 black coil packs down here, 10mm bolts. That's what I was told. And then some people say they removed the ECU so they can get down here. You can see the 2 coil packs, but looks like it's easier to work on this side first. So I'm gonna go ahead and first off is disconnect the battery. I'm gonna work on that battery side, the driver side first, and I'll come back to the passenger side and work on that. Make sure you have a swivel joint for this side, especially on the rear, the last one right there. Once I'm done installing the spark plugs, I'm gonna start it up, and then re-disconnect the battery again, and then focus on here. I'm gonna show you guys. Focus on the TGV and the EGR deletes with the Grimmspeed boost control solenoid. So all my parts are right here. Just remember, guys, that this is the Cobb flex fuel kit right here. Okay, the IBR Ibuildracecars. It's the full. This thing is really nice. I like how solid this thing looks like. It feels nice too. You get the bolts. Get the bolts too. Ibuildracecars EGR delete. This elbow, in case you guys are wondering, this elbow connects to the 2 coolant hoses in the rear. That's why I bought the coolant, because I know I probably might end up spilling quite a bit. So, and then don't forget the Grimmspeed boost control solenoid. So, and there's a reason why I have this, because I'm going to show you guys why this boost control solenoid, and why you need to take the other hose off. The Grimmspeed part will be the last thing I'm gonna work on. Oh no, it won't. The flex fuel kit will be the last thing I'm gonna work on, because I don't have a flex fuel map from Ron yet. He wants me to run 93 first, and then we'll go ahead and do the flex fuel kit, with the flex fuel tune map. He said that the goal is to push it to E60. So that being said, I forget how many gallons of ethanol I need. I think it was like at least 8 to 9 gallons of ethanol. I can't remember, but something around there. So that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the spark plugs first. I don't think I'm gonna do a full tutorial on the spark plugs. It's a lot easier to work on than when I used to have an 05 STI. It's a headache, but this one looks easier to work on. I'll show you guys a couple clips of me taking it apart and showing you guys what the old one looks like versus the new ones. Phatbotti, Ron said that he recommended me to get the NGK spark plugs versus the Denzos. So that's very important as well. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. So stay tuned. All right, guys, let me show you guys the difference. New one, old one. You can definitely tell the difference. So it's about time to change these. Let me show you guys how far I am. So come to find out that this one is the easiest one to work on by the ECU here. Now the one on the very back here is gonna be a tight fit, so that's why you need a swivel. This, I haven't got any spark plugs out of this one yet, but I'm gonna put this one in first, down here on the passenger side, very front right there. Let me show you guys where it's at. You guys can see that when I'm pointing at right here, right? Right here, that little hole down there. So, all right, so that's it, guys. I will show you guys the finished product when I'm done. Like I said, I'm glad I'm switching out these. You can see the difference. So make sure you get NGKs, not benzos. Good, I got you guys on camera now. Okay. Alright, so I got the spark plugs done. I didn't do a full tutorial, but I did take off this ECU so I can get back there. I decided to take off the top mount so I can work on the EGR deletes. EGR deletes are back here. Where's it at? God dang it. This big ass, yeah, this thing right here. You guys see what I'm touching? You see that one moving the stand back. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah. What I'm talking about. This piece right here. This piece that extends all the way down there. So I removed this. I know for sure I gotta get that coolant hose from here, and I think attach it to here. So let's see how this goes. All right, almost done with the EGR. All I got left to install is the elbow here. And yeah, I apologize, guys. I'm not doing a full tutorial on this. This was a pain in the butt to actually do this. So there's another set. And I apologize, guys, but this is first. This hose right here connects to the elbow as well. And then you have these two up here. These two I need to disconnect off here and then use the elbow, the one I just showed you guys. But at the very bottom, I don't know if you guys can see this, but at the very bottom you guys can see that plate down there. Okay, a bunch of birds came by. That little plate down there, do not round off your 10mm bolts. Mine was rusted. I'm glad that I got it off. So I want you guys to know. But other than that, next step is work on the IBR TGV deletes here. And then last step, it would be my Grimmspeed boost control solenoid. And then I'm gonna put that top mount back on, and then put the tune, the 93 map tune on, let it run for 5 minutes, and then once that's good, and then send it back to Ron. Ron's gonna take a look at the data log, and that's it, guys. So yeah, it's not a full tutorial on installing TGV delete type and EGR or the Grimmspeed boost control solenoid, but I just want to let you guys know that it is a pain in the butt, especially on a used car like this. You gotta expect, you know, most nuts and most bolts are rusted. So it's a 40,000 mile car already, so just want to let you guys know that I got the car at 37,000 and I already started putting, I think I got it at 38,000 miles, and just in 2,000 miles I'm already putting a lot of parts into this car already. So we'll see how this thing goes, and I will show you guys the finished product when I'm done. Alright guys, let me show you guys what I got done so far. Look how dirty these are. I just sprayed with brake cleaner, but look at how dirty these TGV, these factory TGVs are. These are the, I forgot these sliders are called, but pull these sliders out of the valves. I just got done spraying some brake cleaner. They were all kicked up with carbon. I'm gonna have to look into, yeah, you can see this. These are the lower TGV, and then these are the upper TGV with the sensor cables. And if you're wondering, this is the EGR delete here. This is the main pipe here. These are the two coolant lines, and this flows all the hot exhaust back into the motor, which is not good. So I'm gonna try to clean these up as much as I can. I don't have anything for walnut blasting, but I'm gonna try and brake clean this thing as much as I can. Polish it up and then put it back in there. And then let me see here. In case you guys are wondering, for the bottom TGVs, there's 3 bolts. I can't. There's one. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's one right here when I'm touching. One right here. There's one right in the middle. If you can see that. And then there's one hitting right back in here. You need to pull this cover off, and you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see with the GoPro, but you can see where I took it off. I had to take off the pulley cover. I had to take off this vacuum so I can access here, right here. See, I'm moving it up. You guys can see what I'm pointing at right here. My middle finger is touching it. This is the 3rd bolt on the outside. There's 3 bolts on the lower TGVs. So there's one here, there's one here, and then there's one here. But you need to remove those, I don't know, foam covers, those black gray foam covers for the sides. The middle is easy, you can squeeze in and get it. I would recommend getting an extension. These 12mm bolts can be tough to break, especially the bottom ones. So just something to pay attention to. And like I said, I mean, this ain't a full tutorial, so I'm just showing you guys, you know, some steps here and there. Like I said, take your time and do this, because you don't want to mess it up. And take a look at your valves and take a look at the carbon buildup, especially if you're doing TGV deletes. And so if you are doing EGR deletes, make sure you get coolant, because I'd spilled about, I think I spilled quite a bit. So especially when you take off the lower hoses, they spill a lot, not the upper hoses. So, but other than that, that's it.